Testing 1, 2, we're back. All right. All right. All right. Okay. What up, people? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. Thank you for being here. How are you? Facebook, YouTube, Periscope peoples. Hope everybody's in the house. Everybody can hear and see this show. Sounds like we're good on YouTube. Facebook, I think, let me just check, make sure, because crazy things happen. Looks good on Facebook. Guys, it's great to see you. Oh, man. Hope you are healthy. Hope you are feeling okay, feeling well, feeling corona, not corona, anti-corona, feeling the opposite of the corona. Man, what is going on? So for the foreseeable future, guys, I'm going to have to start every show with corona updates because that's the least I could do. And it's getting serious, or more serious. In my state of Maryland, they're doing a lot of shutdowns. A lot of things changed. Pretty much overnight, people realized, like, wow, maybe we should take this thing a little bit more serious. Maybe it's not a cookie conspiracy. Maybe we should look at this, a little closer and change a few things. Okay, fine. Trump decided to do the same thing, which leads us to our first clip.
Really had a good meeting. I think it was a very, very productive meeting. I also spoke with our nation's governors. And this afternoon, we're announcing new guidelines for every American to follow over the next 15 days as we combat the virus. Each and every one of us has a critical role to play in stopping the spread and transmission of the virus. We did this today. This was done by a lot of very talented people, some of whom are standing with me, and that's available. And Dr. Birx will be speaking about that in just a few minutes. It's important for the young and healthy people to understand that while they may experience milder symptoms, they can easily spread this virus, and they will spread it indeed, putting countless others in harm's way. We especially worry about our senior citizens. The White House Task Force meets every day and continually updates guidelines based on the fast-evolving situation that this has become all over the world. It's all over the world. It's incredible what's happened in such a short period of time. On the guidelines of the task force, the new modeling conducted by Dr. Birx, and our consultation with governors, we've made the decision to further toughen the guidelines and blunt the infection now. We'd much rather be ahead of the curve than behind it, and that's what we are. Therefore, my administration is recommending that all Americans, including the young and healthy, work to engage in schooling from home when possible, avoid gathering in groups of more than 10 people, avoid discretionary travel, and avoid eating and drinking at bars, restaurants, and public food courts. If everyone makes this change or these critical changes and sacrifices now, we will rally together as one nation, and we will defeat the virus, and we're going to have a big celebration all together. With several weeks of focused action, we can turn the corner and turn it quickly. A lot of progress has been made. I'm also pleased to report today that a vaccine candidate has begun the phase 1 clinical trial. This is one of the fastest vaccine development launches in history, not even close. We're also racing to develop antiviral therapies and other treatments, and we've had some promising results, early results, but promising, to reduce the severity and the duration of the symptoms. And I have to say that our government is prepared to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, we're doing. We're doing it in every way. And with that, I'd like to just introduce Dr. Birx, who's going to discuss some of the things that we strongly recommend. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think you know over the last months, we've taken very bold action to stop the virus from coming to our shores. And because of that, we gained time to really get together and understand the progress across the globe of what has worked and what hasn't worked. We now need to appeal to every single American so that they can have their role in stopping the spread of this virus. We've talked about things before about washing your hands, but we really want to focus on if you are sick, no matter who you are, please stay home. If someone in your household is diagnosed with this virus, the entire household should quarantine in the house to prevent spread of the virus to others. The reason we're taking these strong and bold steps is because we know there is virus spread before you develop symptoms, and then we know that there's a large group, we don't know the precise percent yet, that actually is asymptomatic or has such mild cases that they continue to spread the virus. If your children are sick, please keep them home. Now, to our older population or those with pre-existing medical conditions, everyone in the household needs to focus on protecting them. Everyone in the household. I want to speak particularly to our largest generation now, our millennials. I have the mom of 2 wonderful millennial young women who are bright and hardworking, and I will tell you what I told to them. They are the core group that will stop this virus. They are the group that communicates successfully, independent of picking up a phone. They intuitively know how to contact each other without being in large social gatherings. We're asking all of them to hold their gatherings to under 10 people, not just in bars and restaurants, but in homes. We really want people to be separated at this time, to be able to address this virus comprehensively that we cannot see, for which we don't have a vaccine or a therapeutic. The only thing we have right now is the amazing ingenuity and compassion of the American people.
Did she just say that the only thing we have right now, we don't have, hold on, let me back up. Did she just say we don't have a antidote or a therapeutic, meaning we don't have a way to treat it? The only thing that we do have is Americans' compassion for one another. Oh, we're screwed then. Oh, yeah, we're screwed, man. Yeah, we're done. That's it. Let's wrap this up. Joe, let's wrap this up. We're done. We all gonna die if that's the case. If all we got going for us is compassion, I mean, hell, we got a bunch of Bernie bros who hate people, who are toxic, who make snakes online. That's all we got. That's all America is a bunch of emojis that are so dangerous. Bunch of MAGA hat wearing mofos, derelicts, basement dwellers. What is it? What you call them? The repugnants or whatever. You know, deplorables. That's it. A bunch of MAGA deplorables. MAGA deplorables. That's all there are. We don't have people that help us curb this. To tell everyone it's over, man. Sleep with who you want to sleep with, drive what you want to drive, eat what you want to eat. It's over. Got to depend on us. We don't have good people with empathy and compassion for one another. At least that's what they keep telling us, right? All right, so let me stop. Let me go over a couple things she said here, okay? First of all, this is a far cry different press conference than we just had a couple of days ago from Donald Trump. So I had a caller on Freedom Friday call in. Trump did everything right. Trump never does anything wrong, Tim Black. You are absolutely wrong. Trump is giving the advice. The directives were very clear, and he was, forget what he says. Everything he's done has been excellent. No. Trump's been tamping down on this thing and minimizing the possibilities of it because it's not good for business. And I'll get to that later because we got some stuff about the Dow Jones we're going to report. So there's been a lot of shutdown changes. Bars, gyms, restaurants, all shut down in Maryland. For me, I don't know where it is for you, but this is the directive, the guidance from President Trump that you shut it down. And a big change was, at first it was saying don't be in groups of 50. You may remember that. Now it's groups of 10. So your wild little parties and get-togethers and golf outings, your soirees, your wine cave, gatherings, that'll need to cease. Sorry, booty judge. Interesting here that asymptomatic, meaning people don't have to be complete jerks. They could just not even know they have anything, feel just fine, and be carrying the disease or the virus. Entire households need to be quarantined. Oh, my goodness. If one person has it in the house, everybody got it in the house. So if you already, let's just say everybody got it, lock the doors for 2 weeks. Also an update, Idris Elba from London tested positive. Not funny, just me trying to do a cocky, a Jimmy Crickety, crankety, trying to do a London accent. I can't do it. But Idris Elba, was going to play 007 Bond, but a lot of people got upset because he's black. But he played in The Wire, did a good job in The Wire, and he's been in a couple of cartoon show, movie, Thor or something. Really good. You know him. I know him. I love him. He's great. Well, he got tested Friday because someone that he had been around tested positive. So he said, well, I better get tested. And today he put out a short video saying that he was positive and that him and his wife are going to be staying indoors for a while. There's some people that say that black people can't catch the coronavirus. Kill yourself. I don't mean it literally, but anything close to it, you should just do that. My brother said, a friend of his, as a woman, said at her church, the pastor was on the pew up in front of people, telling a room full of people at a black church that they can't catch it because they got dark skin, because they got melanin in their skin. And the corona go, woo, let me get them. Ah. Then they go, ooh, black skin. Ah. And then they run. Then they go jump on a white person. That's what this pastor was saying to people. And then we wonder why we get people like Joe Biden. Then we wonder, hey, how the hell Because we got dumbasses in churches all over the world, all over the country, telling people bad information. I think somebody should go get that pastor and all pastors that don't know shit but love talking, who do no research at all. Like, where did this pastor get this bad, horrible information? So anyway, if you black, you can catch it too. Okay? Just don't be Latinos, you can catch it too. It's like a smack. Everybody can get smacked. Anybody can get smacked upside the head. Everybody. No one's above an ass whooping. No one's above a smack. Anybody can get smacked. Anybody can catch coronavirus, okay? So don't think, oh, it can't be me. Yeah, you know what? You don't even have to believe in it. You can catch it, okay? It doesn't go, oh, let me see. Hold on. Does this person watch Alex Jones? Nah, we ain't going to give him. Let's go over here and get this Chris Hayes watcher. Let's go get the Ari Melber watcher. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Go over here to, I don't know, Anderson Blooper Land. No, it just doesn't care. So you ain't got to believe in it to get it, okay? Because I know some people are struggling like, I can't believe it's real. It's all a bunch of hoax. Stay in the house. You ain't got to believe it. You just got to follow rules, okay? You ain't got to believe it. It's cool. Be separate. Distancing. I love that. Distancing. Some of us are practicing distancing already, weren't we, Johnson? Yeah, some of us are already practicing distancing. They're online looking for a date every day, just. So don't change what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. You're safer that way. Get a good book. Some people are bored. My son is bored. He's 11. He's bored. Read a book. Or better yet, write a book. Better yet, write a script. Let's see where your talent lies. As we were talking about earlier, there's a lot of changes due to this virus, due to the hysteria surrounding the virus, though it hasn't taken as many lives that would really get us worried yet. Yeah, you got to get up around 50,000 for us to care in America. We lose that many people a year just golfing. Walking our doggies, we lose 10,000 people. We don't care, man. We got that many homeless people committing suicide every year. We don't care. Add the homeless, add the vets, add the police officers committing suicide, man. That's nothing. That number is nothing. Pretend to care. Okay, just pretend it's real. Pretend to care. Okay. Well, one thing is definitely, Will, is that the Dow Jones has taken a hit because of this, okay? So let's go to that part, Johnson, because you can't, that's definitely real. Look at these numbers.
Really had a good meeting. I think it was a very, very productive meeting. I also spoke.
It was another hideous day on Wall Street. Markets plunging today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average sinking down almost 3,000 points. Its worst closing day since 1987. 1987. Let's go straight to CNN's Allison Kosik at the New York Stock Exchange. And Allison, the largest point loss ever today, is that right?
The biggest and worst point loss ever for the Dow, really jaw-dropping. And if you watch what happened as the president was speaking and what he was saying, it's when he said that the outbreak could last until July or August, that's when the Dow kind of nosedived, hundreds of points. And as he was talking, the closing bell rang, almost to a relief to everybody on the floor here of the New York Stock Exchange, because this is going to obviously hurt the economy much longer than everybody expected. I mean, you think about what happens here at the Stock Exchange with investors and traders trading stocks and buying and selling. It's all about trying to predict the future and what it's going to be like, how stocks could be priced. But now that we're hearing that this outbreak could last into the summer, how do you even price for that? So that's why we saw all the selling toward the close and as the president was speaking. And this is despite the Federal Reserve's action over the weekend, cutting interest rates to zero, pouring billions of dollars into mortgage-backed securities and government bonds. There's only so much monetary policy can do at this point. What investors want to see is the number of coronavirus cases peak and then fall. Jake?
Allison, let me just ask you, health experts and health officials have been saying for weeks now, certainly for the last week, that this was going to last months and not weeks. President Trump, what he said today, that this could last until July or August, is it's in alignment with what these health experts have been saying. The only difference is that President Trump was acknowledging the reality. I guess my point is, if this news had been given weeks ago or over the weekend, or if this reality had been acknowledged by the president earlier, would what happened on Wall Street today be different? Did Wall Street not know what the health experts were saying?
I think it probably was stunning to hear the president have a different tone today, very different from what we've seen in the past, with him acknowledging that this is bad and this is going to last longer than expected. I think that at this point, there was hope that this would end a lot earlier. But obviously, with the president now acknowledging that it's going to be bad and could last a lot longer, I think that's why you're seeing this sort of this real quick shock to the market that we saw today. Never mind what happened this morning. There's also an underlying worry that the Federal Reserve sees something that investors don't see, meaning, are the credit markets freezing up more than experts had realized? Why did the Federal Reserve make this decision on a Sunday when, by the way,
stock market is completely hideous. Hideous. The numbers of the Dow Jones are reporting are completely hideous. Whatever your name is with your asymmetrical shirt on that I'm not looking at because that would be improper or improper. What else do you have to say about these hideous numbers that are disgusting, revolting? It's like watching puppies be killed by hand. Yeah, like I wish Jake sounded this way about, I don't know, people being incarcerated for like weed forever. Jake never looks that pissed off at any other reason. Just, that's how all of them sound. Money is their God. Money is their God. It's everything. They could care less about anything else, Johnson. Seriously, guys. Everybody all bent out of shape because of the Dow Jones. Good thing I don't got no stock in Dow Jones. So I'm all right. All right? I'm all right. We gonna be all right. We already poor. So that's one thing, man. If you're already poor, can't really get poor. Rich people gonna be jumping out of windows. Poor people already knew. No weird, rude awakening for us. Just scraping by. Average American can't afford a $400 emergency, and Jake's face is about to spontaneously combust because the Dow Jones fell. Now, don't get me wrong, it fell. It didn't just fall, it cratered, Johnson. Oh, it cratered. It dropped like an anvil. Dug through the center to the core of the earth. Just kept going. Hello down there. Hello down there. Hello down there. It says that some people were thinking this would only last a couple of weeks, but it appears that Trump was saying, I didn't watch all his remarks, he's saying July or August. I'm going to miss my summer? I ain't going to miss my summer, Johnson. I'm going to do something this summer. You ain't going to take my whole summer behind no damn Corona. I don't even like Coronas. So it appears that Wall Street just waiting for Trump to just keep lying to them, just keep telling them what they want to hear. And see, this is why Bernie Sanders kept saying, guys, Trump, stop blabbering. Stop blathering. Blabbering, yeah. Stop blabbering. You don't know what you're talking about. You're lying. Stop. You're only making it worse. And now, see, now he has to tell the truth. And now people are jumping out of windows. People freaking out. It's worse because you couldn't lie the whole time. Eventually, you had to come clean, Trump, and tell people, oh, this is going to be around for a while. And people are like, oh, now, what? What? I just went out and did stuff. Why you didn't tell me last week before I did stuff? See, every day, but see, instead of thinking that way, which is maybe this will prevent some people from making bad decisions or decisions that they don't know are bad, they need to be given the full information so that they can make decisions based on that information as soon as possible. Trump is like, I'm going to withhold information because maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe nothing will happen at all. Maybe this is just going to blow right on past us. So anyway, in the light of what's happening, of course, the economy is going to drop because banks don't know what to do. Nobody knows what to do. Like if you don't know to order more inventory, and worse than that, the real problem is not the freaking Dow Jones or Wall Street and the banks and what they plan to do. It's not the big stocks, the big companies, what the major corporations are going to do. That's not really the problem. The problem is we ain't going to spend anything. Yeah, they forget this engine runs on us. And people who are worried, people who are concerned, people who are shut in the house aren't spending a lot of money, Johnson. That's where you get the slowdown. That's where the economy crashes. That's what's all behind it. So Ro Khanna was in a conversation where he talked a little bit about one of the solutions that they are putting together. Check it out.
Chris, as you pointed out, you don't have to be a macroeconomist to know that we need a cash infusion for working class and middle class families. Why? First, it will allow them to buy things. That will stimulate the economy. If you want people to hire, you need people buying things, and the most likely folks to spend are people who are in the working and middle class. Second, this is something that, as you point out, even Mitt Romney is proposing, so it's something that we can get done. And third, these are folks who really have economic anxiety, and it will provide some stability.
So why yours is not universal, right? So the most basic and universal idea is literally a check that shows up from the government, $1,000 to every adult, say, or maybe $500 per kid or $1,000 per kid. There's different versions like that. Yours is slightly different. It is graduated. Why, and how does it work?
It goes up to $100,000. People get the check right away. You can get between $1,000 and $6,000. But look, if Mitt Romney wants to do a $1,000 check right away that's universal, let's get that out immediately. The problem with his is that we need to extend it. At one time is not going to be enough. But let's just get something out that gets money into the pockets of folks to spend it. I mean, Amazon is talking about hiring 100,000 people. That will barely offset the dramatic losses where you have so many hiring freezes. Imagine if more people had money in their pockets where they can go more to grocery stores, order more things online. That will at least mitigate the risks of massive unemployment.
We should note there's some precedent here that Hong Kong's government approved a one-time cash handout of just over $1,200 to each resident over 18 amidst their battles of coronavirus. There's also a degree to which, well, first, Mitt Romney, Tom Cotton even sort of floating this a little bit. Like, do you think this is a thing you can actually see included in a bipartisan bill in both houses?
Yes. First of all, no Democrat should allow Mitt Romney to get to their left. I mean, if Mitt Romney is for it, it shouldn't be that hard for Democrats to get for it. Second, let's learn, as Senator Warren said, from what Paul Krugman and Joseph Stiglitz and every serious economist who looked at 2008 taught us. They said that was a consumer demand problem. We didn't have enough money in ordinary people's hands to spend. The best way to deal with that is to get money into their hands. I mean, it's the economists have told us this time and again.
Now, that's necessary but not sufficient, I think you'd agree, right? I mean, today we got word about U.S. airlines are seeking a $50 billion bank bailout, and whether you think that's wise or not, we should just note that all the cash assistance in the world is not going to help the airline industry if there's no one's flying for the next 3 months, right? There's going to be other things necessary over and above whatever cash assistance to sort of keep the economy in some kind of recognizable shape. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Let me float very briefly 3 other quick ideas. In Britain, they are getting auto plants converted into making medical supplies, respirators, and protective gear. Why can't we do that here? If we're in a wartime footing, why don't we have industry helping produce the things we actually need? Second, why don't we have incentives if companies are allowing people to go part-time to make sure they aren't being laid off? Germany did that and had great results not having high unemployment in the Great Recession. Third, why don't we pay a 50% bonus to medical workers, essential public servants, and others who we need working, grocery store clerks, so that they have an incentive to come to work? So there are a lot of ideas. They're common sense ideas. There are plenty of people who have them. We just need the will to act.
Final question for you. You represent a district, I think, that's included in the shelter-in-place order, if not now, probably coming to you. Do you feel that folks in your district are prepared?
All right. Go check out Ro Khanna's page on YouTube. He's got a channel. Also follow him on Twitter. Ro Khanna, I've interviewed him a number of times. I just ran into him, had a great interview with him in South Carolina. And so check out Ro Khanna. He talks a little bit about California, because California has a lot that they're doing to try to mitigate this coronavirus. So, bank bailouts are fine and dandy, and you see the airline industry wants to bail out as well. But as they pointed out, Chris pointed out, I think, what good is that if no one's going to fly? So, people need money in their hands. I think one of the things we need to do is give people hazard pay. So if everyone else is home, everybody else is home, okay, what about the people that have to work? They're essential, grocery stores have to stay open. We can't turn it into the Hunger Games. So certain things must stay open. Those people should get hazard pay. Make that part of it. Make sure that they get an incentive for being there, that they actually can take home to their families above and beyond their paycheck. The federal government can do that. Federal government can do whatever it wants to do. When it wants to buy bombs, it does that just fine. My conservative friends, my corporate Democrats, my neoliberal friends, federal government has no problem coming up with $1.5 trillion to give to Wall Street. But I guess giving money, helping regular citizens who, pay their taxes, work their asses off, that's socialism. It's okay when it's socialism for corporations. It's okay when we help bail out banks. It's okay to bail out airline industries, auto industries. All great and dandy, fine. But people bail them out. America loves its rich. It loves its corporations, and it hates its people. Jesus Christ. All right, so, yeah, that's it for that. This show is brought to you by people like you who watch the show, people who, there's no corporations funding this thing. Nobody's going to fund Tim Black. Tim Black's volatile. It's like a coronavirus with a bald head. He's never know what he's going to say or where he's going to go, what he's going to do. All of a sudden, he could morph into Norm Macdonald and start doing the Norm Macdonald impersonation or something. Start doing that, He could start just mimicking his tone, way he talks and stuff. I'm not saying it would be funny, but it would be a little normie. All right. I'm going to, no, I don't have commercials. I'm sorry. I forgot I need to update that. What I have for you is voting tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I got for you. Tomorrow we're supposed to vote. Doesn't it seem like, almost like, what are you talking about that for? In a way, kind of, because this virus has just kind of gotten inside us. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of weird to even talk about voting, but yeah, there's an election that's happening tomorrow. Some people are pissed off, though. Some people online are really upset and worried and concerned because they saw something that really threw them for a loop in Illinois. If you've been online, you've probably seen it. If not, you ain't going to believe this. Check this out.
Today's date is Monday, the day before the Illinois election, and yet Channel 3 in Illinois accidentally put this on during Price is Right. What's your conspiracy theory? March 16th. And now, back to our regular programming. Interesting, huh?
Okay. I don't know if everybody could hear that or make that out, what we saw there. This aired in Central Illinois, WCIA. During The Price is Right, they had these graphics appear on the screen that showed the results for tomorrow's election. You heard me right. WCIA in Central Illinois, during The Price is Right show, they had graphics that appeared on the screen foreshadowing tomorrow's election, already telling you who won. Freaked a few people out. Yeah. Yeah, you know, like that's the last thing we need to see. Now, according to WCIA, they said that our team was preparing ahead of the Tuesday night primary, these run-throughs, which are typical to test graphics, cameras, and other systems. The test made it on air in error for about a minute. The mock-up was for the U.S. presidential race along with the U.S. Senate race. The lower graphic scrolling on the bottom of the screen includes some other local races. The vote totals are only test numbers and were zeroed out following the rehearsals. There was an error and in no way reflects the results of Tuesday's night's Illinois primary election. Management apologizes for any confusion or inconvenience that may have occurred. Copyright 2020 Nexstar Broadcasting, Inc. So this was an accident, and they routinely test stuff, and somehow while they were testing, it went over the live feed. It should not have done that. So now I know people don't like. I know people are going to be skeptical of this, the explanation. You know, I don't blame you. I mean, everything's so kooky. I mean, Joe Biden just won Washington State, though he never visited it. Yeah, Washington primary results came back. Biden declared the winner in Washington State. He never stepped foot in Washington State. That's how good he is. He's amazing, isn't he? That people would vote for a guy who didn't give a damn enough to even visit their state once. That's how great he is. I mean, it was a narrow win, but it's still a win. Okay. So now, what's going to happen tomorrow? Well, tomorrow we have a couple of contests. Now, I keep hearing that Ohio, so it's going to be Florida, Illinois, Ohio, and there's somebody I'm leaving out, right? Well, it turns out Ohio is not going to vote. At least that's the last I heard. The judge said they had to. The governor said no. Right? So Ohio may not vote. Ohio, Florida, and Arizona, Illinois. There you go. Ohio, Florida, Arizona, Illinois. And actually, based on what Trump just ordered, the guidance ordered by President Donald Trump, you would think that it would be illegal for them. I mean, they're breaking the rules of their president. Like, they're breaking the guidance. And if anyone gets sick, which is very possible, we got a lot of older Americans. Who are the most vulnerable to the coronavirus? Well, older folks and people with pre-existing conditions. Well, Joe Biden's demographic. Yeah, Joe Biden does very well with people who are most susceptible to the coronavirus. Bernie's the one he's pushing to postpone this. He's the one pushing harder. And some people are saying Bernie wants to get an advantage by pushing it back. We have no faith in one another at all, do we? No, actually, if more seniors, if they push it, keep it as is, some seniors are not going to feel like they're going to risk life and death to come vote for Joe Biden. I don't think they're that enthusiastic about Joe, to be that honest. I don't think they are. I don't think people would want to vote for Joe to risk their life voting for Joe Biden. I mean, he may be great to you guys, but to a lot of people to be like, nah. So anyway, so we can have that debate back and forth about who's more interested. But like I reported, Ohio, I think they're postponing. We need to come up with another way to vote anyway, don't we? Like, in a way that's traceable. How about that? How about we trace our votes? Yeah, since we got to remake everything, we got to come up with different solutions. Why don't we just have a way of verifying that's accurate? We're already there. That would be nice. Won't happen, but it would be nice. So tomorrow they'll be voting. I'll be giving you the results as always. That's what we do here. Tune in shortly after polls closing. Tim Black will go live. We'll go live right here on this, wherever you're watching this, and we'll do the thing. We'll talk about it and we'll discuss what this means for Bernie Sanders' campaign going forward, what this means for the country. And I expect it to be interesting. Honestly, guys, with the coronavirus going on, it's kind of hard to focus on this. Kind of hard. Because, I mean, I'm being serious now. I want everybody to be safe, and that's my main thing. And my wolf pack means everything to me. You guys are my community, man. And but yes, this is the future of the world, so it's important. It's important, Tim Black. Now, check this out, guys. This is a tweet that Sarah Silverman sent. I thought it was interesting. She says, Mitty Warren, let's read from the bottom. We are vote blue no matter who, but I'm so flummoxed. I'm so flummoxed by how a Warren supporter shifts to Biden and not the person who has the same crucial platform as she did. And that since before, she did. Shake my head, dim debate. And my response was, many Warren supporters were in it to see the first female president. The policy was not as important as the symbolism. That's right, Johnson. That's right, Johnson. So that's one of my complaints has been, and one of the things that I've noticed over time is that a lot of people that voted for Elizabeth Warren, they're not that really progressive, and neither is Elizabeth Warren. I mean, she has one note, which is corruption. Corruption, and in the fight for corruption and in corruption. Being a progressive is about a little bit more than that. And those other policies have not been policies, the minimum wage, a livable wage, Green New Deal, championing the legalized marijuana, ending mass incarceration, justice for all these other policies that are sort of part of the cornerstone, getting money out of politics, all these things. She's a capitalist too. Like she's not really committed to them. It just sounded good. And she knew she could get some Bernie support. I mean, when are people going to realize that? And the thing is, her supporters weren't into that stuff really either. So there was a big miscalculation made by Elizabeth Warren in my regard. I don't think she needed to try to take Bernie's thunder. She could have just been another centrist. I mean, with a little cherry on top for ending corruption. I mean, we're not who we used to be. We're who we are today. So people bring up the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Okay, cool. Wasn't that 2012? Well, seriously, wasn't that 2012? Wasn't that before she was a public official? Wasn't that a while ago? So what have you done for me lately, and what are you really about? There are a lot of women, and I understand it. I mean, as a black guy, I get it. Like, we had our first black president. Yay! But at this rate, what's going to happen, man? Like, if that's the only criteria, I mean, it's a slap in the face, but it's a slap in the face to women that they haven't had a woman president yet. I get that. I understand that. I try to sympathize with it, but doesn't it matter which woman it is? I mean, guys, Obama turned out not to do a lot of things he said he was going to do, but he kind of charmed a lot of people. I mean, he was really good at charming a lot of people. Is Elizabeth Warren really that good at charming a lot of people? So what I'm saying is, you want a female president, I get that. But don't you want the best one? I guess there'll never be a best one. And some people will say that's sexist to say that. Because, hell, Trump ain't the best one. So we can keep having this conversation. But Sarah Silverman, she was a diehard Bernie supporter, and she went blue anywho back in 2016. She famously said, "You are all acting ridiculous because you won't support Hillary." Now she's, I don't know, is she woke? I don't know what this is. Now she's like, hey, why don't you support Bernie instead of going with Biden? As I stated, it's because, sir, they didn't give a damn about all those plans. And when Elizabeth Warren was taking the selfies, what did she say people were saying? What were the women saying to her? They were saying, you go get them. When I was taking the selfies, yeah, I took 100 million selfies. And while I was taking them, women were saying to me, oh, with a twinkle in their eye, do it for us, Lizzie. Do it for us. Go out there and don't stand for nothing, but just get the job and be as mediocre as the most mediocre male president. But do it for us, just so all the little girls could say, hey, I can be mediocre too. Sort of like Obama proved to black people that black people can sell you out too. Yeah, black people take money too. Black people say they're going to help you, and they'll lie to you just like white guys. And yeah, when I was taking the selfies, and I was out there taking those selfies, I realized something. This wasn't just for me and my manpa and my wampa. And it wasn't just for that dress I'd lay out on the bed. And it wasn't for my charity bloodline or the recipes or any of the other stuff I made up to get where I am today. I'm doing this because I'm a woman and I go potty sitting down. So, you know, we should we would want to care more about the policies. You know, we don't. Well, look, this is the reason why Joe Biden, this whole thing, like some America's screwed up. Okay, we got race problems and gender problems and orientation problems. I mean, we're all screwed up. Don't you get it, folks? We are screwed up. It's in our heads because it's in our lives and our hearts as our experiences have made us this way. Women can't help it. Black folks can't help it. It's in our experiences. It's our vulnerability. It's a frailty because we have been marginalized. So they can use a cheat code on our asses. Look what Joe Biden's doing. In the last debate, you know what Joe Biden said that really stuck? He said he would pick a woman to be his VP. He didn't say what woman. I mean, he could pick Roseanne. He could pick Roseanne, and people would be happy because he's sitting down. And I'm just saying. He didn't say who, and people are writing about it. Here goes Washington Post. Who are the women probably on Joe Biden's short list? As if it matters. How about what will the women or the woman that Joe Biden would pick, what would they stand for? What would they be about? What would they fight for? What would they make it their job to get done for us? But that's not the concern. It's what box do they check on the continuum wheel of disenfranchisement. So it's a cheat code. So Biden is trying to get the Hillary voters, man. The Hillary voters who didn't care much, didn't want to hear nothing bad about Hillary. Though there was encyclopedias worth of shit, all they cared about is Hillary was a woman. And they wanted to see their first woman. And that's it. That was more important than policy. Those women are still with us. And those women needed a candidate. And that candidate was Elizabeth Warren for a large amount of them. And for others, it was Amy Klobuchar for Minnesota. And we're not just a flyover state. We're They say Joe he could pick Kamala or Amy Klobuchar or Gretchen Whitmer, who just kissed his butt in Michigan. They say was a large reason why he won Michigan. Elizabeth Warren is on that list. Stacey Abrams, big old neoliberal, huge neoliberal, backstabber, liar, conniver, fooler, mimic, all of them. Amy Klobuchar, cop. Kamala Harris, cop. Lock him up, throw away the key. Elizabeth Warren, phony. I said it. Don't much need to attract Elizabeth Warren people, so I'm very outspoken on it because it's not who I support. Do this for my heart. So I don't have to pretend. I don't have to hedge that she's not a backstabbing scumbag in order to try to, I don't know what these people are doing. I laugh at them, though. I laugh at these people who say, I'm independent, I speak for the people, I speak truth to power, and you ignore all the backstabbery that Elizabeth Warren has done because you want Elizabeth Warren viewership. I mean, guys, it's just a lane. It's just BS. It's what they do. But back to the point. The point is, guys, it's a cheat code. Joe Biden's using it. He knows people not excited about his old ass. Then he knows his policies aren't exciting. People can't name two of them. What's he doing? He's parroting Bernie on a couple of policies now. And then he says, I'm going to bring a woman in here. Just someone, come here. Hey, let me see. Oh, yeah, come on in here. You're a woman. Come on. Come on. Get in here. All right. It's good enough, right? That's all you want. She could be horrible. She could be Sarah Palin. What do you care? What do you care? She's a woman. Sarah Palin qualifies as a woman. Shameful. Shameful, 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 shameful. You know, if people cared about policy, and you know what? We not only don't care about policy. As I looked over the fallout from the debates, and this is where you're going to need to share this. Let's share this. Let's get this out to the world because everyone needs to hear this rant we're about to go on. We're about to go on a rant, a serious rant. Tim Black is about to deliver for you Tim Black butt kick of the week so far. All right, so after I watched the debates, and I did a live stream about it, the night of it, not 2 days later or whatever people were doing. I don't know what people were doing. Okay. Then watch other people to find out how I felt about it. All right? We do ours live. We tell the world what we think about it. Biden was off-putting and arrogant and a jackass and loud and meandering and buying time every time he talked, trying to run out the clock. And Bernie was very direct, and Bernie took over the debate multiple times, turning to Biden and asking him questions. For some reason, a lot of people didn't give him credit for it. I gave him credit for it because it deserves credit. He had to be moderator and debater. And he did that. Numerous times. He got Biden to admit basically he's a lying scumbag in front of the whole world. Will it matter? I don't know yet. We'll find out. But one thing I'm sure of. One thing I'm sure of is this. I'm sure that it doesn't matter as much as it should matter. Whatever the amount of mattering that it'll be, it won't be enough for what we saw, because what we saw, it's not about just the policy. They don't care about the person with the better intent for the world. And that's the problem. Check out this clip.
Coronavirus testing shortage in the U.S. means
could have forest. They're no longer forest, but they could have farming, and say, this is what we're going to do. They absorb more carbon in the Amazon and the region that's burning now than we emit in one entire year per year.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Senator Sanders?
All well and good, but nowhere near enough. I mean, you mentioned we started this debate talking.
Could have forest. They're no longer forest, but they could have farming, and say, this is what we're going to do. They absorb more carbon in the Amazon and the region that's burning now than we emit in one entire year per year.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Senator Sanders?
All well and good, but nowhere near enough. I mean, you mentioned we started this debate talking about a warlike situation in terms of the coronavirus. And we said we have to act accordingly. You said it. I think you're right. I said it. We have to act dramatically, boldly, if we're going to save lives in this country and around the world. I look at climate change in exactly the same way. It's not a question of re-entering the Paris Accord. That's fine. Who cares? Not a big deal. The deal right now is, do we have the courage? And this gets back to the point I'm trying to make all night long. Do we take on the healthcare industry and tell them their profits are not more important than healthcare for all? Do we take on the fossil fuel industry? Look, in terms of the fossil fuel industry, these guys have been lying. They've been lying for years, like the tobacco industry lied 50 years ago. Oh, we don't know if fossil fuels, if oil and carbon emissions are causing climate change. They knew. ExxonMobil knew. They lied. In fact, I think they should be held criminally accountable. But this, Jake, is an issue of enormous consequence. What Joe was saying goes nowhere near enough. It's not a question of money. Give me a minute here. We have time to talk about this. This is a world-shaking event.
I understand. I just want to give him a chance to respond, and then we can come back.
Let's stay on.
We're staying on this issue.
Number one, no more subsidies for fossil fuel industry. No more drilling on federal lands. No more drilling, including offshore. No ability for the oil industry to continue to drill, period. Ends. Number one. Number two, we're in a situation as well where we cannot, we are able to move rapidly to change the dynamic in terms of what we can do to set in motion. The fact that he says climate change, Paris Accord doesn't mean much. We could get everything exactly right. We're 15% of the problem. 85% of the problem is over there. We need someone who can deal internationally. We need someone who can bring the world together again. We need someone who can move in a direction that, in fact, if you violate the commitment you make, you will pay an economic price for it, like what's happening in China. They're exporting coal, significant coal.
Thank you.
Look, obviously, the Paris Accord is useful, but it doesn't go anywhere. If you laugh at Joe, then you're missing the point. This is an existential crisis.
Bingo.
You talk about, I'm talking about stopping fracking as soon as we possibly can. I'm talking about telling the fossil fuel industry that they are going to stop destroying this planet. No ifs, buts, and maybes about it. I'm talking about speaking to China. Well, I'm not sure your proposal does that. I'm talking about speaking to China, to Russia, to countries all over the world. And in this moment, making the point that instead of spending $1.8 trillion on weapons of destruction designed to kill each other, maybe we should pool our resources and fight our common enemy, which is climate change. I know your heart is in the right place, but this requires dramatic, bold action. We've got to take on the fossil fuel industry. Your plan does not do that.
Bernie actually cares about these issues that we talk about, or these issues that impact life, that impact not just your life, but issues that will impact your grandparents and your grandchildren's lives. And it's a shame that we have people that don't understand that or don't respect that. Because we don't believe in anything, do we? We don't believe that anything is as bad as it is. That's a problem. We are cynical as hell. Aren't we? The people right now don't believe the coronavirus is a problem. No virus is a problem. 10,000 people died from N1H1. I guess it's not a problem unless that was somebody that you loved. Then it's a problem. People don't think we need to legalize drugs. That we need to set up treatment centers everywhere because they don't realize how many people are ODing every day. Nothing is as bad as they think it is. Or in their minds, nothing is as bad as it really is. In their minds, everything is a hoax. Everything is just talk. Nothing's as bad as it is. Most people in jail haven't been charged with a crime yet. Or they've been charged, they haven't been tried for a crime. They haven't been convicted of anything. They're there because they can't make bail. And they're from stupid things like driving on a expired license, having too many tickets, couldn't pay child support. They're there for all types of reasons, a myriad of reasons. We lock up more people than any other country. But it's never as bad to the people watching. No one ever thinks it's as bad as it is. It is bad as it is. Bernie Sanders is telling you that climate change is really bad. And you're going, it's not that bad. It's not that bad until you walk outside and you just turn into a fireball. Or until your cousin, your grandmother calls you and says, we're dying, the water is in the house. We've been flooded out. We're dying. And they give you their last words are, we should have did some. That's what it'll be. Oh, God. Climate change. Yeah, dumbass, climate change. Bernie's the only one on that stage that gave a damn. Joe is status quo. He don't care. Him good. His money's right. His son, perfect, fine. Everybody in the Biden clan, doing well. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be great. I'm going to be okay. What about you? Take care of you. I'm good. Status quo politics of Democratic candidates is what I've been seeing. And meanwhile, we got Bernie Sanders, the only candidate that gives a damn enough to go to war to fight for it. And all I heard people talk about was how presidential Biden looked. Because he's a little taller, stood a little taller, had on a better tie. Not listening to a word he said that the guy, the Paris Climate Accord, he's not willing to take on the reasons that create climate change. And if you're not willing to take on those entities, what good are you? He's really not willing to take on the fossil fuel industry. If he won't do that, we won't stop climate change. It's a wrap. Joining an organization to try to get together and have meetings won't change that fact that we need to deal with our fossil fuel industry right here, that we need renewable energy, that we need to worry about solar, wind, all of these, not just rely on what we pull out the ground. And just banning offshore drilling ain't enough, Joe. But Joe knows that. Joe just doesn't care enough. So not only do we have to deal with the fact that we're all in our own little silos and we're dealing with our own trauma, women and black folks and Latino folks and gay folks and trans folks, we're dealing with all our being underrepresented or misrepresented or not represented at all, or being presented for auction, or whatever your lineage tells you, whatever you come from being poor and broke or just cut out of the dream or whatever it is. Not only do we have that, we're saddled with, we don't believe things are as bad as they are because they're not happening to us at this very moment. But the problem you don't get is it's happening to somebody else at this moment. It's just not you. And Bernie's the only candidate that sees it that way. The fact that it's even close, folks, is an indictment of our humanity. Yeah, it is, man. It's an indictment of our humanity that this is even a close race. The fact that it just goes to show, sort of like with the coronavirus, that there are people who just won't believe anything. That Wall Street didn't believe it was as bad as it was until the day finally Trump said it was bad. They're like, oh no. And now we have the lowest numbers ever recorded in the history of recording. Because they finally accepted it's as bad as it is. And maybe one day you'll wake up, Biden voter, moderate, Democrat, corporate-crat, Republican-light, closed-minded liberal, comfortable liberal. You too, moderately comfortable liberal that Martin Luther King talked about. You wake up and realize, hey, it was as bad. Because it'll be your ass. It'll be you, Elizabeth Warren supporter, who didn't really care about the plans. Because you're good, you're fine, you don't have to worry about anything. We just want to see a woman in that seat. So as we look back over the debates and we hear people talk about them, and, you know, the coronavirus is taking precedent, and I get it. I understand it. Makes sense. It's life or death for some of us. You can have it and not know it and go see your grandparents or go see somebody with a pre-existing condition whose immune system, for whatever reason, is compromised, and you give them a disease that takes their life. This is serious shit. It's always serious. But as I look at that debate, re-look at it, rewatch it, read some of the comments about it, read a couple articles about it, it turns my stomach. It disgusts me. There's only one person that was on that stage who gave a damn about your future, really. Who talked specifically about what we needed to do to make this country more humane country. Richest country in the world, and for some reason we're so cynical. We don't even care enough that 500,000 people go bankrupt every year. Just because they got sick. Not because they wanted to. Not because they all went to Vegas and blew it all. We believe the worst about each other. Just to make sense of why we don't have. And that's the root of all of it. So anyway, guys, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I hope you keep going with me. I got your back. I hope you have my back. And hopefully we'll wake up. I'll have coverage of tomorrow's votes. Whatever happens, this is a movement. This is a call to arms for all people who see what we're dealing, see what's ahead of us. And it's unfortunate that a lot of our older folks just don't get it. A lot of our folks living in red states just don't get it. A lot of our folks down south just do not get it. There are those who are doing well, and they mean you no good. Well, maybe they mean you good in a way, but just not as good as them, you know? And unfortunately, that could be the difference between life and death. All right, I want to give a shout out to Rhiannon. Rhiannon gave me a $50 donation. I want you to know, Rhiannon, that I somehow missed it. I missed it, you know, on the screen here. And I just want you to know I appreciate you. I appreciate you keeping me doing what I think one of the things I'm good at in life, you know? And it's an opportunity I have. It's a gift for me to be able to do it. And I want to thank you for allowing me to do that. And I'm fortunate because I can do it regardless to if I can leave the house or not. So thank you, Rhiannon, for your donation to the Tim Black Show. Thank you for being a member of the Wolfpack. And thank you to everyone who gave to this show, who gives to this show, who supports this show. My mission is clear. What we're about is clear here. And there's no hedging. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Same bad channel, same bad time. Now, let me go and read the new comments that people put up and see what we got. Yeah. Because it's just like the scroll button just rolls past sometimes. Let me try to slow down. Thrasher All Ins. Aliens. Thrasher Alley Ins. Check mail title. Hey, Johnson, hope to get your take. Okay. Tanya, what's up? American Compassion. Yep, we're effed. No hope. I'm a texter for Bernie. Responses are colorful and full of hope. Nobody gets free medicine. Oh. Hey, Mayors, we should, shouldn't we? It's called medicine. I don't know why we live in the richest country in the history of countries and we can't give people medicine, man. I don't say give everybody Alexis. I say give everybody medicine, dog. You know, there is a difference, right? There's a difference. Oh, Tobin. Yeah, what's up with the toilet paper runs? Are people worried they're going to have the runs for 2 months straight? They're like, there's a lot of things we could run out of. A lot of stuff we could run out of, right? We could run out of a lot of stuff. But we can't run out of water and toilet paper. Because I ain't trying to be in here with no dry mouth person who can't wipe. So you do a couple things now. You know, in Maryland, man, they're passing. They're going to have the schools open. Well, not the schools, but places where kids can go get lunch and dinner at. So we want to make sure the kids are able to eat. This is great, right? Some compassion. I'll take it back. There's some compassion. We got that going on. Also, the cable company can't cut off your cable, which is great, right? Cable company can't cut off your cable. Electric company can't cut off your electricity. Oh, yeah, these are things that Bernie talked about, but 4 days ago. You want to tell me he's not leading? He's not leading the conversation. He's not leading this country. Go back and watch Bernie's response, not Joe's. Well, you know what? Compare the two. Go back and watch Bernie's response to the coronavirus. I covered it on this channel. I played it in the show. I played the whole damn thing. And Bernie addressed these issues, and my governor adopted him, and he's a Republican because it doesn't matter. The suggestions were good. They were sound. They made sense. No one should be evicted. No one should face foreclosure because of this virus, the pandemic. So shout out to Larry Hogan, my Republican governor, for doing so. Curl, what's up, Curl? What the F? I don't know, Curl. I don't know what's going on, sis. Wicked Guru, share the clip on Twitter, Johnson. I need it. Which clip? I don't know which clip y'all talking about. Kerry Mark, pre-recorded elections. Oh, okay, that one. Y'all talking about that? Okay. Illinois Channel 3 told the truth with election results early. The price of election is right. Rev. Now, it was a mistake, Rev. All right, well, we'll see. But, you know, in their defense, they had Rocky De La Fuente. I interviewed Rocky back in 2015, and they had Rocky De La Fuente getting 26% of the vote against Donald Trump. No, they don't have the election results ahead of time because Rocky be lucky to get 2%. Hell, he'd be lucky to get 1% against Trump, okay? Let's keep it 100. Evidence by the fact a lot of y'all like, who the hell is Rocky? Why is Sylvester Stallone running for president? Why did he say Fuente? Get my point? Hey, Aaron, voter fraud is rampant. Long lines. It's hard, especially for Biden. Need ideas, not gender. Damn right they need ideas. Progressive Geek said Biden wouldn't have won Washington if voters heard or followed instructions to only vote early if you were voting for Bernie. People threw away votes by voting early for Democrats. Democrats have dropped out afterwards. There were so many votes for Mayor Pete. Hence why they had it happen. Good point. Good point. And there it goes again, that whole idea. And I was telling people, like, look, Bernie won this thing. That's why I'm really hesitant to criticize him on strategy. His strategy worked until they all got dirty. They all went against him. They all worked together. Like, typically, the selfishness would have kept them apart. Everybody trying to be president. But they weren't all trying to be president, were they, Johnson? No, they weren't. So when they criticized Bernie for his strategy had been winning. It was a winning strategy all the way up until South Carolina. Super Tuesday. Tobin. It would be nice to have Tulsi in jail because she probably won't die from coronavirus. And did I say absolute, huh? All right. Absolutely. Did I say she's absolutely reasonable and beautiful to boot? Does that make me misogynistic? Nah, it makes you a little stupid, though. Yeah, man, Toby, man, like, dude, I don't care what she looks like, man. Solve my problems. And that's not a reason because you think she's going to be healthy. That, to me, it's not a good reason. Aaron, but thank you, Tobin, for asking the question, man. I just disagree with it. Hey, Aaron, Warren was a planned spoiler from early on. I believe that. Aaron, let's move to Cuba. They have interferon. Interferon. I don't know what that is, but okay, cool. I don't know what interferon is. Progressive Geek. This was Washington's first Democratic primary after scrapping the caucus system. I think it was a failure. That could also be it. Derek. There's already a cure, a Cuban drug, oh, that's what it was. Okay, so that's what it is, Aaron. It's a cure. It works in stopping replication of coronavirus. Look it up. They've been using it in hepatitis for years. 4 years. Aaron says it's hard to believe in Bernie's ideas. We need you. Mike Thompson, what's up? Athene, I'm so grateful for all that you do. I'm grateful as hell for you, and I'm glad you tuned into this show. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack as well, which you just joined. Thank you, Aaron. Hey, I need to bring back the clap button. I just want to make sure we get the community feeling going right, guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to come up with a nice, clean clap button. Yeah. I want an applause button, you know? Rick, what's up, Rick? Love you, Tim. Will the crisis get Trump removed? Probably not. Probably not. People ain't going to tie Tim unless they believe he had something to do with it. I think he's guilty of playing politics at the worst possible time. Don't play politics, man. Do your damn job. But see, it's only a certain people cut from the cut of the jib. All right, it's got the cut of the jib. The cut of the jib, whatever that means. That are like Bernie, who will be like, no, we need to put the people first. You put the people first. The people should go first, Jake. You have people sick, they're hungry, they're injured. I'm going to work on it. Progressive, just an FYI, I'm a software engineer at Microsoft. Hey, I get to work from home. But I worry about the grocery store workers and others who can't. I'm over 52, so I guess I'm bucking the trend, right? And that's why I say, Geek, we need to give people should get extra pay for hazard pay. People should get hazard pay. At least have them be able to get the ability to take care of their families and do something special for themselves, or tighten up, or get the new tires to the damn car, or put that $400 away. Whatever, like that's what I think should happen. Jose, you believe in Trump's project chaos, Republican voters voting for Biden. The big turnout for Biden was really Republicans for the weak matchup. Woo! Hey, look, Jose, look, dude. Goodness gracious. It would have to be so many of them, wouldn't it? Tanya, hooray to progressive geeks. No doubt. No doubt. Aaron, well, that's right. On both cases, you and Cuba. Thank you. Country boy, Calico, what's up, man? Voting in Florida in the morning, scared as hell. I'm going to risk it, my hero. For my hero. Bernie, or bust. Be safe, Johnsons. That's right, Johnson. Tisha, why do you call us Johnsons? I'm new. I like you. It's just the whole Johnson thing. It's just, it happened one day during the show. I just started saying Johnson. I don't have to. We all the same. We're all the same. So a woman could be a Johnson. A man could be a Johnson. Latino, Asian, Native American, black, white, don't matter. We're all Johnson. And I have shirts that say we're all Johnsons. Independent media only Johnson. Both parties suck, Johnson. We Johnson is a term of endearment, and it also can refer to one person, but it can refer to the group, as in Johnsons. So, hope that makes sense, Johnson. And a lot of time when people write or they leave messages or text or whatever they do, I'm not always able to know if it's a man or a woman or what they are, who they are, how they identify themselves. But I can just call you Johnson, Johnson. And it also sounds funny because there was this skit with Dave Chappelle. It was about a cop or something. He said, all right, Johnson, let's get out of here. Sprinkle some crack on him, Johnson. Let's get out of here. And he just the way he said Johnson. He only used it once ever. He just said a person's name was Johnson. So people say I got it from Dave Chappelle. Not really. He only used it as the name of a cop one time. So Johnson is just people. But there are people. And those people, and it's all people. We're all Johnsons. Sean Graham, COVID-19 kills by causing pneumonia. At-risk people. Please get a pneumonia shot available at your local pharmacy. I knew about the lung thing, and I kind of figured it was related to that. Bahagnashi Kalaginas. Kala Kanigola. Time for the third party, Green or Bernie party. I don't know, man. Our system is so corrupt. I think that it's so adversarial to third parties and Green parties, third parties. The insurgency in the Democratic Party, it would work more if there was less corporate corruption. Right? Because that's the thing, right? So they flex their institutional corruptive muscle, their institutional organizing skills, where people just fall on the sword. Pete, fall on the sword. Obama's behind the scenes like, hey, it looks like Burn is doing Burn is filling the burn. We gotta do something to stop that guy. Hey, gotta stop him. Yeah. Hey, Pete, it's me, Barack. My dad should go ahead and drop out. Yeah, just go ahead and drop out. Yeah, just do it. Oh, but I was thinking maybe running for office is important to me. I want to run for office and able to help the people who aspire to be more than we are. I thought, we have a socialist running and we have ourselves a generic, we're good to have a real Democrat running for president as opposed to, just drop out. I hear you. Save it. Sounds good. Save it. Save it for 2024. Go ahead and drop out. All right. Call Amy after I get off the phone with you. All right. Bye. Don't call me back. All right. Hey, Amy. I was thinking, with my, Amy, busy with Michelle. Michelle's doing my back. Look, do me a favor. Go ahead and drop out. What? Yeah, go ahead and drop out. Yeah, I ain't got time to talk right now, Amy. But my dad, he's 92, and his whole life he was drinking alcohol. He was drinking the moonshine and the malt liquor and Amy, I don't hear it. Click, get out of here. Amy's a pain in the ass, isn't she? Michelle, pain in the ass. All right. Who else I need to call? Oh yeah, let me call Cory Booker. Hey, call up Cory. Hey, Cory. Hello? Hi, Barack. It's me, Cory Booker. I was the mayor of Newark. Yeah, I know who you are. I know who you are. Too bad a lot of more people didn't know. Maybe you do better in the primary. Listen here, Cory. Yeah, we're gonna need you to go ahead and endorse Joe. I need more love. Barack, I can't. My girlfriend's name is Rosario Dawson, and I'm from the city of Newark, and I live around. I live in a fucking hovel. I live in the hood, Barack. I need more love, Barack. Yeah, but you're a senator and you make good money, so just be happy with that, and you don't do it, it's gonna, you're gonna lose your job. That's all. You ain't got to do it. You don't want to do it, Cory. You ain't got to do it. You ain't gotta do what your president wants you to do. You ain't gotta do what I tell you to do. You can just go your own way. You just be your own man. Stop calling up and asking me for favors. Hey, how about that? How about I not campaign for your ass? How about your fat ass, Barack? I'm not saying that, Barack. I'm not saying I won't do it. Well, it sounds like you've been hesitant. I didn't think I'd have to. Frankly, I didn't think I'd have to talk to you this long. I mean, Michelle's back here. She's rubbing my back, and I'm sitting here talking to you, Corey. I could be with Sasha and Malia, and we could be playing video games or something. Instead, you're taking time away from my family, trying to convince you to do what I told you to do. That's what I hear. That's what I hear going on. So that's the problem. Look, listen, I'll do whatever you want me to do, Barack. I'm sorry. I'll support Biden. It's just between me and you, he's kind of past it. He's kind of Barack, he's slow. Yeah, don't tell me what he is. I know what he was. That's why I had him in the closet the whole time, 8 years in the closet. Had him go to Saudi Arabia, just over there, just over out the way. I know he's slow. Don't worry about it. He'll be a puppet like I was. It's okay. Just go sit down, all right? Calm down. I'm sorry I took a bite out of your ass. It's okay, right? You all right? You all right? You big guy, right? You all right? You're a vegan, right? Yes, I'm a vegan. Well, yeah, just go ahead and get yourself some hummus or something. Shut the fuck up. I gotta go. Click. All right. Anybody else that got a call, baby? Who else has got a call? Who else is left? Oh, shit. I got Beto. Oh. All right. Dial him up. Yeah, Beto. Listen, I am Beto O'Rourke. You, oh my God, you are Barack Obama. I am talking to Barack Obama. I know who the hell I am. Listen, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. I can't believe this. I was born to do it. I was born to do it. I knew you were gonna call. I knew you were gonna call me. I knew you were gonna call me, man. You're gonna call me. It's about time. I've been waiting my whole life for this. Baby, get in here. Barack Obama. No, don't call her, baby. Don't call her. Don't do it. Don't come about to tell you to do something you don't want to do. All right, listen. All right, you called her. All right, listen. Put her on speaker. Hey, baby, how you doing? Hi. All right. Write this down because Beto, he don't pay good attention. He's not good. He don't listen. Look, I'm gonna need Beto. I'm gonna need Beto to go ahead and endorse Biden. All right. Beto, you're gonna do that for me, right? Oh, yeah, yes. And I'm gonna feel good about doing it too. I can't wait to do it. It's great. We can do it. I'm gonna. All right, cool. Calm down. I gotta go. All right, bye. Click. He was quick. Didn't talk longer than I thought he was gonna talk a little bit longer. He didn't. It's good. All right. Anybody left? Anybody else I got to talk to? Shit. I'm working harder than now than I did when I was in there. Michelle, get my lower back. All right. Come on. Give me lower back. There you go. That's not so hard. Shit. What's going on with you? Been working out? Stop working out. Hands getting a little rough too. What you been doing? Building houses? With your hands? What's going on? You working with Jimmy Carter? You working with Jimmy Carter, baby? You working with Jimmy Carter? Give me some weed. Give me. Oh, did you? You've been smoking without me. Puff, puff, pass, Michelle. Puff, puff, pass. All right. Anybody? Who else I got to call? All right. Who I got to call? Oh, Kamala. Oh. What a disappointment. Don't really want to call her, you know? She's going to cry when I call her. No, she cries when I call her. When I talk to her, she cries. All the time, Michelle, she just cries and cries. Get tired of talking to her. All right. I should just let Hillary call her. Why Hillary can't call her? She ain't doing nothing. Damn book tour. Goofy-ass book. Nobody wants to see that book. And no one's going to watch that Netflix special either. Come on, man. Come on, baby. You know anybody going to watch that. All right. Who wants to see that? Yeah. Chelsea's boring too. They're both boring. It's going to be boring as hell. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me hit that one more time. Hold on. All right. Calm them. Calm them. Hey! Hi! Is this Barack? Yeah, it's me. Calm down. Calm the hell down. Shit, you're blowing my high. All right, I'm feeling good right now. All right, listen, calm. Yes! You lock anybody up today? Just joking. just joking. You didn't play any good Tupac records? Just joking. Need you to do me a favor. Remember that guy you said was a racist? Remember that said he was with segregationists? I'm gonna need you to go ahead and endorse him. Hello? Kamala. I think she done hung up on me. Michelle, I think Kamala done hung up and she done grew a spine. Oh, you grew a spine? Hello? Barack, this is the last time I will ever do your bidding. I am Kamala. Hey, Kamala, you need to start smoking weed. Hey, you need to relax. Can I count on you? Can a brother get some love? Can a brother get some love? Yes, you can. All right, bye. Gotta go. I'll talk to you. Tell your husband said keep his left up. I like what he did out there. He was doing a good job. All right. Gotta go. All right. Woo! Got them all done. All right, that ought to stop that, Bernie. And that's what they did. That's how it went down, guys. How can you defend against that? All of you Monday morning quarterbacks. How can he defend against the most popular president in the Democratic Party in the last 20 years, calling up people one by one and them agreeing to do his bidding? What could he have done? Ranter of great rants, spitter of all spits, spittle. You know, the working class headed up to here, ranter of commentary, political comment. What could Bernie have done? Been Obama's weed guy? What else could he do? So, it's crazy. All right, guys. Hey, look, sometimes things happen. You got a spirit hit you. You just do something a little different. Hope you piss you off too much there. So it's something. So let me go down here the rest of the comments. I did that and still had comments to read. Ain't that something? Son of a... Jose, hooray to Progressive Geeks, Country Boy, Tisha T, Baha Ganashi, Kalin Kudiga, and Sean Graham. David Melford, thank you, Tim. This is therapy. Thank you. And that's what I was thinking, like, you know, sometimes you overthink it. You're like, okay, you know, should I do stuff? But it's like people just need some entertainment, man. You know, that too. You know, plus they escape and get away. Hey, Aaron, thank you. The Trump voters scamming and stolen Bernie votes. Well, look, guys, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll let you know how that vote thing goes down. I love you. I'll see you soon. And remember, don't let nobody take your cornbread and sprinkle some facts on them. Peace.